This is Dave Chen from /film.com, and these are my top 10 moments from Game of Thrones Season 4 in chronological order. Spoilers ahead. Number 10. Oberyn totally ruins this dude's hand. Oberyn Martell probably had one of the most effective character introductions ever. Between his sexual prowess, his sexy accent, and his sexy wardrobe, I was pretty taken with the guy. But then he totally ruined this dude's hand for fun. That sealed the deal for good.
Longsword is a bad option in close quarters.
Number 9. Arya gets her revenge. In one of the most troubling scenes of the series, Arya begins her descent into the dark side by killing Polliver, who took her sword and murdered her friend. It's a brutal and heartless scene, and foreshadowed a dark future indeed for one of our favorite characters.
Maybe I'll pick my teeth with it.
Number 8. King Joffrey dies horribly. Show watchers knew that Joffrey probably had it coming to him, but few of us knew that his death would come in such a way, without any fanfare, and apparently so painful that you almost felt bad for the poor kid.
My son.
Number 7. Tyrion's courtroom meltdown. This will become one of the great courtroom scenes, up there with A Few Good Men and Inherit the Wind. After seeing his loved one lie about him publicly, Tyrion can't stand the ungratefulness of the crowd anymore and lets loose with the truth.
I did not kill Joffrey, but I wish that I had. Watching your vicious bastard die gave me more relief than 1,000 lying whores.
Number 6. Oberyn volunteers to fight for Tyrion. After lengthily musing about Tyrion's past, Oberyn Martell agrees to fight as Tyrion's champion in the most badass way imaginable, with torchlight.
I will begin with Sir Gregor Clegane, who killed my sister's children and then raped her with their blood still on his hands, before killing her too. I will be your champion.
Number 5. Oberyn almost wins against the Mountain, but then dies spectacularly. What makes Oberyn's death so heartbreaking is that he had the Mountain. The Mountain's on the ground, suffering from poison and down for the count, but Oberyn must extract his vengeance, and as a result, is undone. The way he dies, with his teeth being knocked out and then his skull exploded, is really difficult to watch, but also a fine reflection of Game of Thrones' morally ambiguous nature.
Say it!
Elia Martell. I killed her children. Then I raped her. Then I smashed her head in like this.
Number 4. The Scythe. Sure, it probably doesn't make any sense from an engineering perspective, but the Scythe is probably one of the most badass weapons imaginable. Well done, Neil Marshall and team, for coming up with such a creative way to kill wildlings. Number 3. Dany chains her dragons. The set design, the lighting, and the symbolism of the chains in this scene elevate this from a side plot element to something more powerful and long-lasting. Well done to Emilia Clarke on her performance here. Number 2. Arya leaves the Hound to die slowly and painfully. Over the course of many episodes, the Hound has taught Arya how to kill and even how to have mercy. Her denying him the final act of respect is the nail in the coffin of their relationship, so to speak. Totally heartbreaking.
Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me.
And number 1, Tyrion kills Tywin. After a lifetime of neglect and indignities, Tyrion just couldn't take any more browbeating from his father. So he kills him in the most undignified way possible.
Enough. We'll go back to my chambers and speak with some dignity.
I can't go back there. She's in there.
Are you afraid of a dead horse? You shot me.
This is Dave Chen, and those are my top 10 moments from Game of Thrones Season 4. You can find the Game of Thrones podcast I do with Joanna Robinson at gameofthronespodcast.com or find me on slashfilm.com and all these other places.